Good morning, my friends. What up? Time for a cup of coffee. It's there's some weather out there. I thought we'd stay in today. Pretty windy and chilly and cold. It's not raining right now, but brr. So I asked you a question this morning. Was your family dysfunctional? This is not something we talk about very often. We usually try to sweep it under the carpet, hide it away, put it in the closet. But, there's an estimate that I read this morning that said that 96% of families have some degree of dysfunction. Now, what does that mean? The system by which the family interacts is distorted by addictions, compulsions of one or more family members, and so the needs of other family members are ignored. In addition, right now 1 in 8 children is born to a teen mother. It's very hard for a teen mother to have the wisdom and maturity to raise a child without some level of dysfunction. I'm not saying it's not possible, just saying it's very hard. 1 in 3 children is born to an unmarried couple. Sometimes they're living together, sometimes they're not. Still a big number. So when you really begin to look at all the family statistics, there's a huge amount of dysfunctionality in our Western families these days. Now, it's not something that I've talked about much in the past, but I'm probably going to talk about it a little bit more in the future. I came from what I would consider to be an extraordinarily dysfunctional family. My mother and father were divorced before I was born, while she was pregnant with me. I actually never met my father until I was 23 years old. My mother was a serious drinker, alcoholic. What there was of my family sat around the kitchen table virtually every night of the week, drinking and arguing. I mean, basically that's all they did. They drank and they argued. That was family life. And there's much more to the story than that. So I'm opening this conversation by laying myself out there and saying, yes, I came from a seriously dysfunctional family. What about you? What about you? What's your background? And how have you coped with it? Have you coped with it? It's an interesting question, at least interesting for me. Something to think about. So I thought I'd bring it up today and see where the chips might fall, see what people might think, what the response might be. I hope you don't mind. But like I said, I'm leading the charge by laying myself out there and admitting the dysfunctionality of my own background. And I'll talk more about the consequences of that in the future. So I hope you're going to have a wonderful day. As usual, I intend to be happy. I hope you do too. I've learned over the years to put the dysfunctionality of my past behind me and move forward. It took me a long time. It took me a very long time. What about you? And remember, be compassion. The world needs a whole lot more of that. All right, my friends, we'll talk again tomorrow. Bye for now.